How much confidence is it, mate? 3-0?
Yeah, confidence is building, no doubt. Obviously, I think we've had 3 really good wins, but won differently each time, I think. So that builds some really good confidence in our young group, and some learnings out of that we'll be able to take forward. So it's really exciting for us.
Just in terms of the pace and the intensity of that game, where does that showdown rate for you?
Yeah, I think right at the top. I think Sloaney said it was the most intense first quarter he played in the showdown. I have to agree with that. It was on right from the start, and I thought it'd let up probably after half time, but it certainly didn't. To Port's credit, they come at us again in that third quarter, and the intensity was there all day. So fantastic spectacle of the footy, and I'm sure the crowd enjoyed it.
And just in terms of getting through that and winning, how much does that hold you in good stead for when you get tested like that again?
Yeah, it's really important for us. It certainly builds belief. They come pretty hard at us in that third quarter, and I think our ability as a group to really hold strong and showed some maturity. And I think we've done that in the last few weeks, which has been really pleasing. And it's something we'll take real confidence out of going forward. And I'm sure Pike is really pleased with that.
Mitchie McGovern obviously copped that pretty nasty hammy. Had a chat to him, and how's he tracking?
Yeah, he saw. Yeah, it's he looks like he done a good job on it. So we'll check with the scans and see how that plays out. But I'm sure someone will get an opportunity and come back in this week and play a role for us. So we'll miss him, but hopefully we'll get him back soon. Yeah, quite possibly. He's obviously really stiff to miss out in round 2, and again played well yesterday in the sample. So if he gets his opportunity, I'm sure he'll take him. We'll have some real confidence in what he can bring to the table, and he'll do a good job.
Is Josh Jenkins close to come back?
Yeah, he'll be pretty close. Obviously not quite right on the weekend. He didn't feel quite confident, but he'll again be assessed and tested this week. We're not quite sure where he's at. Obviously hasn't done a lot of work, so you'll have to tick a few boxes, but if he can do that, he'll put his hand up for selection.
As a team, do you feel you're better positioned in a better team balance than you were this time 12 months ago?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think they're just the consistency over all of the lines, and 22 players has probably gone to a new level. So that's something we need to keep improving. And we've got some good guys again in the sample playing good footy that add to a bit of depth. But I think we're not relying on a couple of players. It's really 22 contributors that are getting a job done for us on the weekend, which is really good.
Do you reckon? So I was going to say, do you reckon you sort of erased the doubts about the club's midfield that might have been there at the end of last season?
Oh, I'm not too sure. That's probably for you guys to comment on. We were really confident going into the season that we had the players in our footy club that could take us to the next level. And it's only 3 games in, and we understand it's early in the season, but I think we've played some pretty good footy so far, and been able to hold our own, if not better, in each game. So we've got another great opportunity Saturday night to play against the Bombers, who've really got a really good young midfield who really crack in. So it's going to be another good test, and one we can't take lightly.
Is that the most evidence of your improvement this season? The fact is, you've lost one of your key forwards each week, and yet you're still able to kick 100 points plus?
Yeah, I think so. It's we know that we've got a really potent forward line with some good depth there, and we understand that if a guy slips out of the team, that someone else can come in and play that role. And we feel as a footy club, if we can get enough supply into our forwards, we're going to kick a match-winning score each week. So that's what we worry about. As a midfield group, we want to win at the contest and give our boys up forward a good look, and we feel if we can do that, we're going to be okay.
It must have been good to see Brad Crouch yesterday, first game in 3 months after that hamstring injury, get 40 touches in the reserves.
Yeah, it was great. He started the game on the bench, and I was just watching him. He was like a cage lion at about the 6-minute mark, trying to get on the ground, and I think he had 14 disposals in that third quarter and blew the game apart. So it was great for Brad. He's had a long summer and really been frustrating for him. So to play the way he did first start was it's really no surprise to us, but just shows what quality player he is and a person. So we'll look forward to getting him back over the next week or 2.
Richie, a brilliant record crowd on the weekend, but there was a couple of silly incidents in the crowd. I know you're concentrating on playing, but disappointing when that kind of stuff happens, I suppose. Yeah,
that happens sometimes in the crowd. Obviously, we don't like to see it, but those things happen. Obviously, supporters are passionate and all that, so that's part of footy. But hopefully, it doesn't happen again.